Imagine Paris in the 1700s, a city under transformation, with new bridges, aqueducts, and hydraulic systems bringing fresh water to a growing population. Here emerges a man destined to leave an invisible yet fundamental mark on human history, Henri Pitot. Henri Pitot was not an aviator. There were no airplanes, no helicopters, no pilots to train. He was a hydraulic engineer and physicist, fascinated by the movement of water, how it flows through channels, and how its speed could be measured. In 1732, Pitot introduced an invention that would forever change the science of fluids, a simple tube bent into an L shape, capable of capturing the pressure of a fluid and transforming it into velocity, an ideal. With that tube, Pitot could measure precisely how fast a river or an aqueduct flowed. It was practical, elegant, and above all, reliable. No one in the 18th century could have imagined that this very same tube, 2 centuries later, would become the lifeline of aviation. A tiny hydraulic instrument that would become the vital sensor of a Boeing, an Airbus, of every modern aircraft.
Flight down to Nassau today is going to be 16 minutes. We ask you to please remain seated outside and reduce seatbelts securely fast for the entire flight. For your safety, this speech 1900 is equipped with 4 emergency exits, 2 over the right wing, 1 over the left for the door you entered. Beneath your seat you will find a life vest, and in front of you is a card that outlines how these safety features work. On behalf of Pernambuco and this flight crew, we'd like to thank you for flying with us this morning, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight.
As aviation was born in the early 1900s, pioneers needed more than courage. They needed numbers, altitude, climb rate, and above all, speed. Looking outside the cockpit was not enough. They needed precise, constant, reliable data. That's when Pitot's principle was rediscovered and adapted. Air became the new fluid to measure. The Pitot tube was installed on aircraft as a small probe sticking out of the fuselage facing forward. It captured incoming air and, combined with static pressure, provided the indicated airspeed. But more than speed depended on it: the altimeter, the vertical speed indicator, the stall warning system. An entire universe of flight instruments traced back to Pitot's tube. Yet, hidden inside this central role lay a danger, vulnerability. If the tube was blocked, data became false. And when false data misleads the pilots, even the safest machine in the world becomes fragile. Henri Pitot could never have imagined that his invention would one day be linked to both triumphs and tragedies in the skies. In this first episode, we journey back to 1732 to meet Henri Pitot and his invention. A tube born to measure water, destined to become the supreme judge of airspeed. In the next episode, we will uncover how this small probe, essential yet fragile, began to show its weaknesses, paving the way for the first accidents and the long, dramatic saga of aviation disasters. His name is engraved on every aircraft, every flight manual, yet very few passengers know who he was. And yet, without Pitot, modern flight simply would not exist. I hope Illuminism have inspired you. May Pitot be considered a continuity along the modern, hopefully for the future as well. And if it has happened, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel, please.